Hi everyone, I'm Dave from OKU Network, and this is Edwin, and this is
Joe.
pardon? Joe. Okay. I'm going to ask Edwin and Zoe some questions about life after death, or some call it near-death experience (NDE). Yeah. Edwin, what is your opinion? Do you believe there is some kind of life after death?
I don't believe on that, but I thought of that. Most probably there will be afterlife, most probably lah, but I'm not sure about it.
Okay, in your personal opinion, Edwin, do you think there is life after death?
How to say? It's like most probably I would say yes.
Okay.
There is a life.
Okay. Can I ask you this personal question? Are you afraid to die?
No,
You're not?
I don't afraid to die.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay. I am afraid of die. Okay. Let's ask Joe. Joe, do you believe in life after death?
For me, I still believe life after that.
Okay.
But my opinion, the life we are living now is what we call is our real life. The life after death, for me, it doesn't matter because we already die now.
Okay.
So we don't know what's going to happen after the death.
I see.
So we should live our life now.
We should have the life.
We cannot think about the future, what we're going to do after the death.
Okay.
So it's my opinion.
Okay, since you asked me a question earlier, I'm going to answer. Joe, your question to me just now was that I have interviewed a few people who have experienced the other world. Do you want to ask me that question? I'll answer it on YouTube here.
Can.
Okay. Just now, Joe asked me that during my research on near-death experiences, they call it NDE, or people who have died and see the other world, I have documented 3 people who I've interviewed who have seen the other world. Okay, basically, the first person you can also YouTube him. His name is Vincent Liao. Vincent, second surname Liow, and he was a Taoist. You can put it because there are many Vincent now. Can put that Taoist Grandmaster Medium, okay, or Taoist medium. He has the power to heal people. He has the power to do trance kung fu. He has the power to do certain kind of miraculous signs, and he prayed to this deity called just turn the camera a bit so that we know who is taking part in this. He prayed to this deity called it's quite familiar, the monkey god. He also prayed to this deity called Master Huang. You can just ask Google who's Master Huang and things like that. And he also prayed to this deity called Kuan Yin. Okay, so Vincent Liao was a Grandmaster Taoist medium. Okay, he died, and when he experienced, he was actually sent to hell. And I asked Vincent Liao, what was the experience that you have in this experience, in this thing in hell? He told me that as a Grandmaster medium, he wasn't afraid at first, because that time when he was still being put on a journey to hell, he was not afraid. He saw all kinds of like giant spiders, scorpions, snakes, and those kind of creatures that we don't like on Earth, but they're much more powerful and bigger in on the way to hell. And then when he was pushed into hell, he could feel his entire body burning. I asked him, what is it like when it's burning? He told me that imagine you're burned by a candle. Okay, multiply it back by your entire body at the same time, and you just keep feeling the whole body burn all the time. So I asked him what happened in hell. He started crying out many times, and he started crying out to different gods or deities or whatever, people to just help him, rescue him from hell, but no one could. I'm not trying to be prejudiced, but he told me this, that when he recalled in hell that time, when he went to a Methodist school, Christian Methodist school, and then suddenly he just remembered Jesus, and when he cried out to Jesus, the hellfires actually died down, and Jesus took him out from hell. I'm not trying to be prejudiced, but that's what he said. And he was you can hear his own words in YouTubing Vincent Liao, Taoist medium. There are quite a number of videos on him, so it's not I'm not just making it up. Okay, the second person is, I will talk about Robert Judah Paul. Okay, you can also YouTube this person, Robert Judah Paul. He's Malaysian. He used to finance prostitution, armed guns and things like. He was a really like mafia, very bad person, and then he suddenly died and he went to hell. And he saw all kinds of people just suffering there, and he himself was suffering. He told me he could. It's just never-ending regrets and sufferings in hell. He told me that he asked God, okay, for like one more chance. Can you give me one more chance? And then if you ever send me back to earth again, I will be a good man, and I would serve the people in the streets, in Chowkit, in all the streets, not financing prostitution or guns, but this time really, really helping the people and things like that. So he came back to life again. He then from a mafia, he became like a pastor. He also he went and tried to rescue children from prostitution. Sometimes they break in and rescue it. One day, somebody took a gun at him and shot him, and at point blank means very near range, and shot Robert Judah Paul, but he didn't die. The bullet just missed him miraculously. So I got a chance to interview him a few times, and why not just YouTube? Okay, get the facts for yourself. Edwin, just YouTube Robert Judah Paul. There's a lot of videos on him, and you can put there the word street, STREET, because he does a lot of social work on the streets. He has also been featured in the media on this. Okay, the third person I have interviewed is this guy named Tony Kurniawan. He was from Jogja. He has a goldsmith. He's in goldsmith business. Okay, he had one thing about Jogja is that there are quite a number of times in Indonesia they have robberies. So that came with the parang, the knives, and actually cut his finger off. He doesn't have all his fingers now, and he was also like. A kind of date. When I say kind of date, sometimes we could mean like they have already gone into subconscious mode and they have already entered into the other world, but there could still be, they have lost lots of blood. Okay, what Tony Kurniawan told me, this person he's a believer in Jesus, whereas the Robert Judah Paul and who's this name? Vincent Liao are not believers. They're not Christians. Like I told you, Robert Judah Paul was a mafia, a gang financer, and Vincent Liao was a grandmaster Taoist medium. Okay, so but Tony Kurniawan was he was a believer in Jesus, and he is. In fact, if you want to contact him, I can give you his contact number. This one he's still alive and around. Okay, he died and he went and experienced heaven. And one thing that I couldn't control myself, from tears started flowing out my eyes when he told me this experience. He saw a long table in heaven not just long, but extremely long, where everyone in heaven comes to that table and dine with the most sumptuous, wonderful food. You can imagine a 5-star restaurant here. You multiply that by 1 billion times, okay? And Jesus was at the dining table, and it was just this wonderful experience he had there, okay? Then Tony came back to earth again. I mean, came back to the body again, and he experienced. He actually gave his talk in Batam, which I attended. His wife was also talking there. The wife also experienced, after the robbery, an angel in the goldsmith shop caught on CCTV. It was she didn't know, but her staff told her to actually see there was actually an angel caught on CCTV that there was have like protection after that robbery. But Tony told me that his experience in heaven, although he died, okay, and or you can say 99%, because sometimes there's a little bit of heartbeat still around, okay, and subconsciously, and he experienced heaven and things like that. It was worthwhile. It was worthwhile losing his finger. It was worthwhile even dying to ever experience that. And I am just so happy to actually have a chance to interview 3 people who actually died and experienced the other world. Vincent Liao has came back again, and just a few years ago he has passed away, and Robert Judah Paul also has passed away the second time during the pandemic time. But I had a number of meetings with him and a good number of times going out with him to interview him, and I really asked really hard questions, because I am quite of a skeptic of life after death. The reason why I do YouTube videos and I ask people is because I am personally interested in this topic. Because there are also many other YouTube videos of people experience heaven and hell when they die, but I was like, is it true or not? So I've interviewed a number of people, but 3 particular people I've interviewed had this experience. So I purposely went to them to interview. I recorded my interview with Vincent Liao for about 1 hour interview, and then Robert Judah Paul. I didn't manage. I'm not sure whether I didn't manage to record it. And then, because it was quite of a heart-to-heart talk, but there was someone else present during the interview, and Tony Kunyawan, it was quite a short session with him, because he and the wife was giving quite a big talk to a few thousand people, and I asked for a chance, can I talk to you and interview for a short while, because it was my golden opportunity to talk to them. So what do you think? What do you think of these 3 people? You all think of there is life after death?
I get the idea already what they are feeling now.
I see.
There is a possibility.
Maybe what you say is true. But anyhow, for me, I need to see for myself.
Okay.
If not, I cannot believe it.
Okay, cool.
That's my opinion.
Okay, everyone. This is Joe and this is Edwin. It's so nice for these few minutes to talk to you all and interview you all. Okay, so see you on my next video. Okay, thank you.